Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded Rose Report. And I want to thank you guys for, clicking every day, the guys that do, and the ones that don't click. Anyway, WWE talent has been told to keep busy with WWE affairs during the WrestleMania weekend and not attend any Ring of Honor or Dragon Gate shows. They usually do that. I don't know whether TNA has got something going on around there too or not. They probably do. And they've also been told to expect TMZ cameras and not only attend those wrestling shows, but just don't do anything that'll get them in trouble or on TMZ. They said, please. I don't think it'll work. TMZ's anyway. If you got to take a leak, they're going to be there. As noted before, WWE recently re-signed Sergeant Slaughter to a deal. The company is bringing him back as a WWE ambassador. Not sure what that is. They're currently, if you got your money, 8,000 tickets sold for the combined Raw and SmackDown taping. March 22nd, San Jose, California, and WWE is expecting a sellout crowd of 11,000 for the show, so save your money up. You can get you about 3,000 tickets. They're available. And there's some disappointment among the Poffo family as Randy Savage contacted WWE and TNA about sending some sort of a message to be read at his father Angelo Poffo's funeral. TNA worked with him for a while, and they did they did send something, TNA did, and WWE just ignored the message. Whether they, whoever is the person, I don't know, whether they actually got the message is another story. You never know. But still, they haven't fixed that bridge that's broke with Poffo and WWE, or McMahon, whoever it is. Former WWE and TNA star, current Strikeforce member, MMA heavyweight contender Bobby Lashley spoke about to Frontline.com this week about his transition from wrestling to MMA and the opening of his MMA gym in Colorado and more. A little bit of the highlight thing of it is his status with TNA. He says, as far as I know, he says, I'm working with them. At this time, though, things are starting to get really built up with the fighting and the signing with Strikeforce and everything. He said it's kind of hard, doing both things at the same time. And we tried working, something out, but I guess it didn't work. So as far as I know, I'm on the future endeavor list. You don't ever want that on your resume. That means bye. Whether he's MMA championship material was the question. He says heavyweight division is wide open, so I think it's going to be very exciting to see all the heavyweights mix it up for a bit. And I think Strikeforce right now, there are 4 or 5 people right now that could be champions, so I think it's going to be really exciting for the fans. I'm thinking I'm 6 months to a year out on being a top draw. Anyway, the opening of the new gym was a question. He said it was great. It was a lot better than we'd expected, and we started planning about it 3 weeks in advance, I guess, before we wanted to do so, but it was a little rushed. But the outcome was incredible. By the way, old Taz and Tommy Dreamer noted on their Twitter account that they had they had dinner the other day with Paul Heyman and Brother Ray of Team 3D in New York. By the way, I told you I was going to keep you updated on Jeff Hardy's trial. And anyway, the trial has been pushed back to May after his lawyers requested a continuance on Wednesday. Jeff Hardy's trial now begins May 10th. Like I said, I think I told you this before, usually the defense and the prosecution, they get 3 continuances on each side. They got to have a reason for a continuance, but apparently there's a couple of them already been continued quite a bit, so maybe May 10th it'll go. Multiple sources among TNA has reported that Awesome Kong and TNA have officially parted ways. Kong's profile has been removed from TNA roster page after weeks of talk that she's leaving. Kong had been telling her friends that TNA agreed to her release from her deal, and she thanks Dixie Carter on her Twitter account for wishing her the best in her future endeavors. Oh. I don't think my ex-boss ever told me that. He just said, get the hell out of here. Kong reportedly she asked for a 15% pay increase or release from her contract, and TNA chose to release her. Because they got to pay all these other people, those big name older stars, they have to pay all of them some big money to make their ratings go down. Don't you understand that awesome? Anyway, it said that one of the reasons it took so long to happen, the TNA granted her release because they wanted to include a lengthy non-compete clause, and she was asked for a normal 90-day non-compete, but no word on the length of time her non-compete compete clause is. So we'll know as soon as she's back on TV. WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross has updated his blog on the old jrbarbecue.com website with a update of his WWE status, WWE banning chairs and to the head, and Steve Austin and more. Anyway, he said about his contract, he says, I have read where I signed a new contract with WWE. He says, I hope to BTW. However, contract extensions to take us through the end of April. Re-signing with WWE is my top priority. He said, I hope we can get along together and do a long-term deal sooner than later. WWE banning chair shots to the head. He says, nice to see WWE focus on eliminating chair shots to the heat of their athletes. He said, I blogged about it several weeks ago, but I was sure nothing was good. I had anything to do with it. But someone asked, and he was asked whether it was politically motivated, and he said, I empathetically say, hell no. It's simply common sense, overall health of the competitors, and I think it's politically motivated. What do I know? I'm sitting here talking to a camera that don't talk back to me. And about what he said about Steve Austin, he says Steve continues to train about 5 days a week and is in great shape before, and he did look good, even though he couldn't do any of his normal routine. Before anyone goes nuts and starts emailing me, he said, no, I don't see Stone Cold ever wrestling again, and he is devoting majority of his waking hours to building a film career, and he's well on his way. And amazingly, an impressive body of work. Damage is damn good, he says. Action, adventure, kick your ass film. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. Might as well take off here. Hey, I'll let you know later if I find out the ratings, which I probably will tomorrow, on how the replay of TNA did on Thursday night. I haven't seen it listed yet. Just kind of wondering whether that went down too. I don't wish them harm at all. I hope they do good, but I think they need to retool and maybe not really go back, because ECW, if they went against, like TNA is against WWE on their night, they wouldn't do any good either. There's just that slight group of people that love TNA, and there's a slight group that loves the old original, I'm talking original ECW. And I don't know. I don't really have the answer. If I did, I'd let you know that I got the answer, and then they can give me big money to come over and work for them. I got the answer. Call me. I'm here. Thanks for clicking. I gotta go.